Hello and welcome to Beyond 360, where we do 360 videos, VR, and film reviews. But in this case, we're doing a television show review. So the show Foundation starts off with change. It's a status of change. There is a planet called Trentor, and there is an emperor who rules over the known galaxy. So the emperor is actually comprised of three individuals: Dawn, Day, and Dusk. Dawn is a young boy, Day is a man, and Dusk is an old man. These three individuals are a clone of Emperor Cleon I, who ruled 400 years before they came to power, or before they were genetically brought into being through cloning. So the show really kicks off when we're introduced to Professor Harry Zeldin, who has a theorem called psychohistory, which incorporates three elements: history, sociology, and mathematics. So what psychohistory predicts is the end of the empire in 1,000 years. And this causes an upset both in the academic community but also with the emperor. And because of this, the emperor is forced to call the Harry Zeldin into a trial, and they have a kind of a kangaroo court type trial. And they banish Harry Zeldin and his followers, which comprise the Foundation. He runs the Foundation, and he banishes his followers to Terminus, which is on the edge of the galaxy. So this show has some interesting motifs going for it, like this concept of psychohistory, and there's another concept of the prime octavo, which is basically, it states that every individual has an individual soul. If an individual has sentience, therefore they have a soul, right? Well, this conflicts with the clone emperors because they're not technically individuals. They're clones of Cleon I, who ruled 400 years before the three clone emperors existed. So they're at conflict, and so what they believe, since they don't have a soul, nobody has a soul. But if that is not the case, then they fear that their power is going to slip from them. So that's what's really interesting about the show, is these ideas, concepts, motifs. Also, they're banished. The Foundation is banished to the edge of the galaxy. It's really an interesting concept, the show, and how it's being executed. This is a spoiler alert, but the show has an event that occurs, and it's there's a structure, a superstructure that orbits the capital planet of Trentor of the galaxy. It's called the Sky Bridge, and the Sky Bridge is basically a space station that has an umbilical cord that connects to Trentor, right? Well, there's a terrorist attack on the Sky Bridge, and it destroys the Sky Bridge, and then the actual cord crashes, falls to Trentor, to the planet's surface, and wraps itself around it and goes through several levels of the planet, which is like megastructure on top of megastructure, many layers to a planet. So they don't even live on the ground anymore. They live like several stories up. Sound familiar? So anyway, that's an interesting thing. Obviously, it parallels 9/11, but it gets you to think about, the show gets you to think about history, and it gets you to think about contemporary events. And science fiction is a great lens to look at these events and how are we living them? What can our future be? So there's a saying that only we can shorten the darkness. Because when the trial occurs with the professor, Harry Zeldin, he talks about, well, we can't save civilization, but we can save civilization's accomplishments. We need to build a library. We need to archive all the information. We need to save our knowledge, save our technology, put it somewhere so society and civilization can rebuild itself. The culture can come back. So it's interesting, and it sounds all too familiar. And these are questions that we ask ourselves. So I enjoy the show. If I get to, maybe I'll do a top 5 science fiction shows you should be watching right now and in the future. But until then, I highly recommend Foundation. There's 5 episodes thus far. The 5th one will come out this Friday. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos here on Beyond 360, and we'll see you right here next time.